Very, very much is. They will be playing against Lunar. Seed 2 of the tournament, though. Cheesy on the Kragg, Lunar on the Maple. Insanely poor matchup from a Rivals 1 perspective, but in Rivals 2, like, everything feels a little different. Kragg has a lot more flexibility with deeper pillars in terms of the offstage game. You don't always have to do what Cheesy was so good at in Rivals 1, where you keep pillar right next to the stage and just use it as a means of extending the stage distance. You're allowed to play with deeper pillar routes, as well as go deeper off stage, because pillarless recovery is so good. But man, oh man, is Maple such a powerhouse when it comes to just absolute swarming. When you're allowed to move unrequited as Maple. No stoppages, no stop signs, no plasma fields, no nothing. Like, then you get to see a truly, truly overwhelming character. We'll get to see how good Cheesy is at shutting down the distance and the speed that Lunar is going to be playing at. And so far, it's not looking too well, but this is the Maple tax. You take 70, that's fine.
You can deliver it right, you can dish it right back. And yeah, I was just like kind of agreeing with you earlier, like the last matchup with Claire, it just seems so damn difficult, and now Maple is just kind of with like a sigh of relief saying, I can finally kind of dominate there, and what's one way to start it off by a 0 to death just straight away.
Yeah, the down air that Lunar used to stop Cheesy's pillarless recovery back to stage was kind of amazing, but instead for Cheesy, she ends up losing that stock, and Lunar is out to a massive lead. But we are starting to start to put things back together with a mix of dash attack and dash grabs and some rude gold devices. But we're not going to find the stock quite yet.
Pillar jump scare, and as well as a down strong, catching out that one. And we'll see what Cheesy can do. I've seen what she can do with those boulders. Being able to just kind of toss them over and over and over again, but the spike comes into play. Great wall jump, excellent tech afterwards as well. Back row action, we'll see what can be done. Great little fall through, but couldn't get the 1-2-3. Lands the 1-2, but unfortunately I won't be able to get it, and you need to finish that stock soon. Taking quite a lot of damage, a lot of hits, and you also have that tether ready to go, so still need to keep an eye on it. And I love the little strong just throwing out there saying, oh yeah, if you shield it in time, you'll get it, but ooh.
Yeah, fast falling a little bit too fast and missed the ledge, missed both the ledge and the stage entirely. That reversal forward air is gonna do it. Able to set up the pillar on the rock on the pillar and at least get some semblance of an opening happening here. Kragg has been known to be a little bit silly, a little bit goofy, but it all starts with something like a back air connecting or something like a dash attack. Anything that can set up your opponent off stage where you can go for pillar in an offensive position. Hello, we're getting the special pummel out here. A couple down airs. It doesn't even up the stock count, but it does a hell of a lot of damage.
Close enough. Welcome back, Steve from Minecraft. I'll kind of go up there, especially with that wall play. But at the same time, it was your time to play an excellent fall through. Even better DI to stay alive. So once again, couldn't get the down strong in time. It looked so damn good. Trying to get the fall through as well. A little bit of the offstage action. Gets away with it. A scramble in the midst of it. Trying to throw it out. CheeseyPotato fighting to try to stay alive with the tether on through. Real good stuff by Lunar. Looking to kind of clean it up. And great parry, but still able to kind of get away from it.
Parry on the Lily there. Parry on Lily in general is absolutely massive. The extra invulnerability you get in Rivals 2 makes a huge difference, but Lunar is not going to let Cheesy play off stage like she has been known to do with an incredible amount of success. Cheesy might be one of the most comfortable players at existing off stage for a very long time. But the way to play against Kragg and edgeguard Kragg is the same as it always been. Go out early and anticipate the pillar pull, because Kragg is in a certain amount of lag whenever pillar is pulled, and you can hit them for free whenever they do it.
Don't be scared.
It's a better start.
Yeah, much better. And potentially, you could get the stock afterwards, but great swing out. You had to do that, trying to go for something aggressive, and the attempt read, I think, a little bit more aggressive. You know, CheeseyPotato usually goes for the down strong, but great usage of that one. Just gets enough as well. You talked about a better start. Well, what about one where you're able to get the lead and taking barely any damage, a little bit of potential there, gets away with it. able to stay alive, and now you're just kind of scrambling away to make sure you get that center stage. But great utilization by Lunar, trying to clean up the stock real quickly, and CheeseyPotato kind of getting caught on a lot of these moves. And there you go.
Just getting clipped time and time again. Had to worry about tether as well, and a perfect awareness of resources from Lunar. Saw the jump was burned, knew the pillar was going to come out, hitting the pillar first in order to put Cheesy right into special fall and take the stock. Hello, we're going for the side B off stage to try and cancel off of it. I like the idea though.
That was pretty sick. If it worked, it worked. But oh, great, almost caught it, but the frame data on Lunar's head, too damn good. Great DI to get yourself away from that second spike, not letting that one happen. A special, you'll be able to get a throw from that one, but a little awkward on there. Could have been a punish, but instead we'll be opting for this item play. Gotta throw it into the air. You gotta be so careful of it, and now all of a sudden the pressure is on, and CheeseyPotato, a magician in the works.
Yeah, that up toss rock into a fadeaway down air, but hey, we're gonna convert right back onto it if we're Lunar. Every stage is ladderable, but not every stage has a roof. Not every character can build a roof, and that's exactly what Rock can do for you to stop any of those vertical combos, give yourself something to tech off of, and turn it into value. Look at the damage here, Wolf.
Oh yeah, it's looking damn good in that pillar. Almost catching out a little bit, but great patience on Lunar's end. CheeseyPotato doing fantastic stuff and able to get a Rock from that tech timer, being a little bit slow. Great little pressure with the strong. Great little down tilt as well, catching it out. I love that call out with the up strong.
Yeah, we've seen Cheesy go for a lot of those raw strongs, like trying to read a tech roll away, but it ends up being a DI towards the platform instead with like a lot of forward strong. In this case, however, it's a really high percentage read. A lot of players across the board are looking to get to the ground in that position. You don't want to be above Kragg. And you know what? The plat drop getting called out by a huge up strong brings us to our first game 3 that's not a 2-0 lead.
Finally, the curse is over. At the same time, you have to be so damn careful because, like, Lunar, it looks so damn good. Like, you're able to kind of get so much of the item play down on CheeseyPotato's end, I should say. But Lunar needs to be careful of, like, those platforms. How many times are you getting trapped in these tech situations? You just explode afterwards.
And you know what the down toss of the rock always ends up doing is at some point, Lunar has the chance to DI towards the rock and tech on it instead. Now Cheesy's starting to get into her bag a little bit. Oh, just jumping command grab right towards, right off that platform. Goes for another regrab setup. Plenty of rocks to be had. And we're starting to really get creative.
Oh man, the Kragg up the rocks, and you oh my.
Lunar friend.
Just, like, just existed for like a little bit. And CheeseyPotato was like, I took that personally. And just eviscerate all the stocks. Great little defense. What, got away with it?
So I was saying at the start of the set, right? Pillarless recovery from Kragg goes a lot farther. Ooh, charged up down strong. Not even marking. Just letting it rip. I'm going to find that any of these dash attack setups, dash attack relink combos on the side of Lunar. So we are just in the Kragg blender right now. Tech Chase able to break the special pummel, but we're going right back into the woodwork, or the stoneworking rather. And Mason Cheesy is putting on a show when it comes to building up your own leads and building up your own walls.
It's creative mode at this point. So many things are being blown out once again, and I just feel like one of the big things, especially, the mental stack is crazy. You have to worry about so many different things when you're playing against Kragg, and CheeseyPotato's like no exception. You have to worry about a surprise pillar. You have to worry about a tech chase. You have to worry about so many of these attacks just kind of coming into play. Like, you know, there's not many characters that can contest from that high up there, thinking that you're safe, and CheeseyPotato in the back of tricks. Jeez, it's just, I don't know. I mean, what do you do in those kind of situations? You just have to, you know, be so aware of it. But the mental stack, like I said, it's diabolical. It's really scary.
Yeah, to the point we are switching characters if we're Lunar, instead of trying to play the mix-up heavy game that Maple can be so effective in, and the swarming style of offense. We're just looking for the guarantees, and we're looking for our hitboxes to matter just a little bit more. And you know what? Rano might be the character with the best frame data in the game, just based purely on itself. frame 4 back air, frame 5 nair, frame 4 up air. Like, so good at all frame 3 jab. Like, it's just so unbelievably potent. But then Cheesy comes in with a giant fist. Says we're done.
Everyone's got great frame data until you get punched in the face. That's what Craig's saying. Like, that's cool. That's a little cute. I'm gonna hit you with this nice little attack. Great on there, breaking out of that. So let's see what can be done. Trying to continue the frame data. The pushback was enough, or the grab was too small. But speaking of grab, that one will land, and you have to further early recover. Stuck between a pillar in a hard place, but able to finally make it back. Great timing on the defense, staying alive, but burned a lot of resources to do it. Trying to finish the job, and will do it cleanly. Whew.
Didn't have pillar that entire time, so Cheesy's blood was in the water, and Lunar finds a huge pickup. The up tilt not going to link it to grab those percentages. Holy moly. The resets with down air from Kragg are just, they do so much damage. And now you've got rock tricks starting to play into it. As I was saying earlier, well, the mental stack when it comes to playing against Kragg, who's got all the tricks in their back pocket, is absolutely devastating. And Cheesy, she is cooking with gas right now.
Oh, God. Like, it's like watching, like, a friend just get slapped that hard. Like, there's nothing you can really do and say, damn, that's really gotta suck. And a perfect angle on the grab is to collide with it. CheeseyPotato looking so damn good. Uval, you're talking about all that frame data, but it seems Craig's just kind of out-competing with it and able to do so much with it. And also the pillar to kind of cancel on that one, able to get onto the center stage. Great tech chase, but missing the second input.
And I think this is what goes into what we were saying earlier, right? Like, there's no character quite like Kragg in any fighting game that you could ever see, as the down strong finishes out the set and the game and set with a 3-1 finish. There's no character quite like Kragg. And what made Cheesy so good in as a competitor is being able to reliably think outside the box in ways that are different from other Kragg players like ZB, for instance. And talking in the case of Rivals 1, what Cheesy has been so good at is systematically breaking down matchups that are theoretically bad for Kragg and seeing what he can do with his completely unique and flexible kit in order to play into those on paper bad matchups really, really positively. It's what made her a top 5 Rivals of Ether 1 player. And those same skills transfer over to Rivals of Ether 2. While she may not be on the throne of Kragg right now, I have no information that could imply that she couldn't be in the future.
I mean, what I'm watching right here, it's all the evidence I need. Just being able to consistently throw out so many like overwhelming options that makes your opponent like second guess, to the point where you can throw in a strong that could potentially take like, that can just potentially just take a stock. Or if it doesn't like work out, usually your opponent's too scared to contest afterwards from how many things have been thrown out. But this pressure was just insane. Being able to keep on catching and rethrowing and then catching the landing. So many of these players, it's kind of one of the deadly sins of plat fighters, always trying to land on top of your opponent for another like a hit or so. And Kragg just kind of punishes you on that one. Has so many great anti-air options, so many burst options, and CheeseyPotato basically showing all of them, like with the strong attacks, be able to use the up tilt as well. Oof.
Yeah. Absolutely
Nardo.
Brutal after a really strong game 1 from Lunar. Just the adaptation and the execution on the side of Cheesy was insane. That's going to put her into winners finals, which we'll be getting to a little bit later. But we're going to be first dropping down to loser semis for our 1 match that we have down there. We did have an unfortunate DQ on the side of Nard, who will be bowing out at a 5th place. Unfortunately, has to leave due to prior obligations, work-related obligations. So we'll be just looking at Solar Beam and Wisp for our very next set. That is going to be Loxodon and Clarin, honestly a very decorated Loxodon and a very, very effective Clarin.